And it looks like I'm live over on Chasing True Sean G YouTube channel, also over on the Paranormal Radio app and the Dark Waters Radio channel over there. Hey, what's going on? Let me grab, see who's in here. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's see. We got Sheldon in the house, Sue, Ivy, Claire. Hey, Claire, what's going on with you? Hannah, Andrea, big Cole's in the house over there. Look at that. Wow. Hey, can you hear me okay? How's the audio? Doing all right on the audio? Should be fine. What you guys drinking tonight? I've got some medium dark roast. And, oh yeah, got a bottle of water way over here. I need to grab that. You never know how long is this going to be. Just Curious is in the house to see you. I almost fell asleep. Well, I'm glad that I woke up. Crazy. I don't know. Well, I appreciate you showing up. Got a one from Sue from down and under. Let's see. Let me post an invite here. If you're over on the Paranormal Radio app, I just posted a link to get into the chat, or not from the chat, get into the actual show on StreamYard. And holy cow, Jimmy Blanton's in the house there. If you want to be a part of the show and you just don't want to be live on the camera or audio, whatever, with a link to get into StreamYard, you can call this number, which is probably more beneficial to the Paranormal Radio app than anybody else. But hey, whatever. It is 931-994-6917. 931-994-6917. Hey, howdy. What's up? Benny is in the house there. I see him. Good. All right. So I've got a series of videos to share with you folks, but as usual, you can't come to a show of mine not hear me pray. So here we go. Let me get my prayer up here. I humbly ask, Lord Jesus Christ, that it be in accordance with your holy will, that all curses, evil, demonic involvement, and or attacks being sent against me or my listeners, those who are participating in this show, those who I care about and love, be blocked and be sent back from whence it came. Please, Father in heaven, send your angels of mercy, support, and healing to Shell and Aiden, Laura and her family, Gracie, Julie and Jeff, Sharon, Guy, Patrick, Brenda, Julie S., Aaron and Erica, Lakea, AJK, Claire Ellis, Dahl, Gil and Jayla and Breland, plus their mama Janice, Stimulate, Jack and his children, Juanita Hicks, Lee, Amy, Beth and Kurt and their father, Wes and his dad, T. Willis, Daryl Pratt, Jose Ramirez, Chase and Levi, Julie Wheeler, Marquetta and her family, Holly, Sharon Arms, and those that have silent prayers that have asked to be prayed for. Please, Father, send your blessings to them. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. All right. Well, that's one way of starting the show. May not be, well, it is the best way in my opinion. So that's the way I started. But there you go. Yeah, good to see you. Good to see y'all. Let's see. I'm going to make you a moderator there, Jimmy. Give me just a second. Let me go ahead and add you as a moderator. So if you want to post anything, you can certainly get your post on there. And I'm a Magic Cat. There you go. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see y'all. I hope y'all had a good holiday weekend. Well, it's just week anyway. Last day of November. Tomorrow is December 1st, first day of December. All the snow is coming. You never know what's going to happen with that. I personally just like snow on one day only. Christmas. Unfortunately, I've only seen one or two Christmas days with snow on it in my lifetime, but I've seen it. Redder's in the house. Hey, good Lord, I ain't seen you in here in a while. What's up with you? Chica. Yeah, I wish it would be snow for Christmas. I would like it be a little temperament for, I don't know. This year, my 52nd year, I'm almost ready to turn 53. Hard to believe it, but I'm about ready to turn 53. But this, I don't know what the heck's going on with this. Jeremy, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. I don't know about being 52, yeah, but I have been cold as last week's taters. I'm telling you. I put on 3 shirts a day. I've got oil heat. Oil heat is about the best daggum heat that you can get in a house. And I'm still cold. Red Raider says been working like crazy. Then got the shink. Ooh, good Lord. I feel sorry for you. Oh my Lord, bless you, Red. That ain't fun. That ain't fun at all. That's painful. I've never, God forbid, never had shingles, but I have had close family and friends have had it, and that is about the worst thing that you can get a hold of. So Christmas and then ready for spring. Well, today what I'm going to be doing is open lines. I'm taking this show I was about ready to produce. Joanne, I'm not coming down with anything. It's just I don't know what's going on. I'm just I have had my own internal BTU for a long time. I've had super BTU. Hot. I was one of those fellows that would run down the street with shorts on and it be snowing and 0 degrees. Couldn't tell you what's going on with it now. Crystal is in the house. Hey, good to see you. It'll be 31 tonight when I go live. Freeze 2 deep. Oh my Lord. Is it still raining down there? Well, it probably isn't. There was a big weather system come through last night. But Lord. So I've got a few things here with y'all to share. I think I got like a dozen videos. And if you want to call in and share your opinion on the videos or share your story or just say, hey, howdy, I'm from wherever. I ain't called in a while or I've never called in before. That's what I'm looking for. Right now it's 32 degrees and it looks like it is clear according to this little icon up here. Right where my butt's sitting in Southwest Virginia on the border of Kentucky. Right across from where all the Bigfoot and the dogmen are. Actually, there was a dogman sighting about 15 miles from me on Highway 58/23 near a little town called it was either St. Paul or Pound, Virginia. And a buddy of mine, Denver Michaels, has been on the show a couple, 3 times. He's an author and a researcher in the cryptids. I didn't find out about it until I started talking to him for the last show. AJK, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Apparently, a dog man popped up and wound up scaring the yoo-hoo out of somebody on the highway. That's all I can. That's just over the mountain from you. Yep, it's just over the mountain from you. There's all kinds of crazy cryptids around here. All kinds of it. Long Johns, Sean, 2 pairs. Right there. I got one right here. I seriously do. I've got a long sleeve T-shirt and another black shirt underneath this and long johns on. But hey, whatever. Can't help it. But I appreciate the appreciate it. Going live tonight. Yeah, if you go over to Jeremy, look up Jeremy over there on his TikTok. He's doing some investigations down there in Mississippi. I popped on his stuff every once in a while. I don't know what in the world's going on down there. All kinds of growls and tossing and all that kind of stuff. Tossing sticks and junk. There's an old boy that was over in Kentucky. Hey, Whitesburg, Kentucky. Just right over a mountain. His name's Sean as well. But he did some live streaming on the side of a mountain over there. And apparently he's got some Bigfoot on the side of his mountain. But I ain't seen it since he's got 2 kids now. I think he's kind of gave up the Bigfoot, paying attention to his little boy and girl, which I don't blame him whatsoever. But they threw a rock and hit him square in the back on one investigation. But there you go. Let's see who is going on right here. Mississippi time is Central Time, by the way, 9 p.m. So that's an hour from now. An hour from now. All right, first up, let me get the first little old thing here. Let's see. Have you guys seen all these crazy animals walking around in circles? Herds of them walking around in circles. Hey, there you are, Dark Waters. James is in the house there. What's up with you, brother? Let me get this add to stream here. I can't play the audio. The audio is, it's just a little bit of commentary, but you'll get the commentary from me. But what would cause something like this? Have you seen these videos where these animals walk around? Oh, I appreciate you. Have you seen these videos? They are actually, they're walking around hours and hours and hours a day to the point where they die of exhaustion. Saw that on the news. Yep. I've seen about, this is just a 2 videos. I've got one that's about 15 minutes long that is one right after another. They all tend to go in the same direction, clockwise. What would you think wound up, or what would you think would be the cause of this? I think this one right here. Let me stop this one. These sheep were about a dozen lots of these sheep. This is one lot, and you have a bunch of other lots. This was the only one in that lot of sheep of about a dozen lots separated that were going around in circles. Yep. Hey, Jimmy, did you have you ever heard of Bigfoot sightings over in Whitesburg, Kentucky? Pretty close to. I've heard one right over in Jenkins, sighting over in Jenkins about last year. I think was the last time I've heard one. Main Street of Jenkins, Kentucky. But magnetic fields on Earth. I have heard tell possibly the one of the signs of the end of days, which from my near-death experience, when I woke up, I thought I would see signs and symptoms of the ends of days before I would die. Now, I don't know when the ends of days is going to happen, but I get the distinct impression that we're seeing them right now. Start seeing them anyway. And Red Raider. I've seen that being ranching. Could be explained. There would be could debunk it. Definitely strange. Well, you could. I saw a zombie thing. A zombie. I think it was an amoeba. Maybe they found down in Antarctica when they went down there to investigate what was growing underneath the ice that had been locked away for however long that is. But I don't know, man. Could that be it? Could it be a fungus? There's some deer that had zombie deeritis or whatever that is. I've heard of that before. Let's see. We got any reports from Southern Hemisphere. Wonder if they are going same direction. Sue, are you still in here? Have you heard of this happening down in Australia? Let me ask Sue. I've got her on my little Facebook thing. Oh, there she is. Definitely something going on. Have you heard anything like that going down in what you call it down in the south of the not the United States? Lord have mercy. I need some more coffee. Need some more coffee. Not so far. Yep. That is just strange, but Dogman says, yep, definitely it's the end of times. The one thing that, as I was writing today, one thing that popped in my head, writing my near death experience, one thing is we're all waiting for Christ to come back and call us up into the clouds. And everybody's talking about that. But they don't really talk about, hey, the devil's been here since day one, walking among us, and all the other little hellions and demons and stuff. Just food for thought, I think. That'd probably be something to talk about. So the best thing for all of us is to stay prayed up, for sure. But keep your wits about you. Right there is a StreamYard key I just dropped in the chat. If you want to be popped on and get in there, just follow along the clear instructions. You don't have to share your camera, but you can certainly do that if you want to. Red Raider, it's time. I've no doubt early evil loose going rampant for a while. Seals open and chains loosed. Well, I was over on D's live last night, and he was talking about the. Oh, did we talk? I talked to him yesterday, and for about an hour and a half, and then he called. I did call him today. I just forgot about it. D, I apologize for that, but I just didn't. One thing led to another, and time just passed by. But D and I talked about the Euphrates River drying up. Have you guys seen the Euphrates River drying up? And this is in the Bible. Euphrates River dries up, and the angels that are chained there. What we got there? D-Docs, buddy, what's going on with you, man?
Speak of the devil. I always hated that saying. What's up, bro?
I just done a little evidence for reviewing, talking about that thing we were talking about, the Euphrates River drying up.
Right. Let me grab my headphones. I know we got an echo. Hello, chat.
Oh, yeah, man. Let me remove this, get him a little bit bigger here. Prophecies coming true. And yeah, in places, the Euphrates River is just about bone dry. And the angels that are chained there are about ready to be released. And I guess there's one discussion. Are they all released at one time, or are they released one at a time? And D thinks there is, these are the four horsemen.
Yeah, I think that
So,
the fact that they say that there are 4 of them is very, very significant, and that they were chained specifically under the Euphrates River, which is very biblically important. Yeah, I sincerely do believe that they are those 4 horsemen, and when you read how the 4 horsemen, as they're released, do their thing, you have to ask yourself, is this an occurrence that's happening all at once, or is the Bible describing specifically what each is doing? So that's something that's not really in the biblical text pointed out. So I'm sorry about
all
that
right.
echo, y'all. I'm looking for the headphones.
That's all right. I'm not hearing it. It's it may be just on your end, but I'm not hearing an echo. Let me turn my audio up a little bit so I can get that going. But yeah, that's just one of those things that you and I have talked about for a hot minute.
Yeah, that's all. That's a very interesting topic, and especially with everything going on in the world, you can if it was that by itself, that'd be different. But you have that wars and rumors of wars, so on and so forth. There's a lot of things biblically that are taking place, and the thing that gets me the most, that I think they rub our noses in, is
Mm-hmm.
the Bible says how they'll be lovers of self in those days. And I know you've seen this too, Sean. How many people on Facebook and other social media sites, they'll literally take a picture of themselves a day and post it, put these little filters on it and everything. Like, if that's not a lover of self, I don't know what is. They even call it the selfie.
Hmm. I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. You're right. And the wonders and the craziness in the skies. There's a whole lot of video where the night sky over in China is blood red. You know, I don't know what to say about that, but who knows? And then
I
you
mean,
got
it's just
all
too many
these.
coincidences to be a coincidence.
Yeah, actually, got one weird sky video among about a dozen I've got to show. Let's see. You might want to check your connection. You keep staticking in and out. Really? Let's see. Let me check over here. See what I've got going on. Let me turn this up and see how about that? Is that working a little bit better? It may be just audio was down just a little too there, too low. Hopefully that'll work. I can hear the reverb just a little bit in my microphone. So is that a little bit better, Joanne, since you lodged a concern there? But did you see this video here?
I'm
This
still
is the
hearing a
first
weird
one I
echo on
was.
my side, but
Wow.
all right, but it's not as bad as it was.
All right. This particular video right here, which let's see. Hey, did you get the access to that drive on that video?
Yeah, I was literally watching that before I jumped on. I saw you were on and came in, but that's a
That's cool.
crazy piece of footage, man.
I'm going to show that tonight, actually, here in just a second. But let me grab a QuickTime player and change this back. But DW was in the chat, said that he thought this was the magnetic fields and stuff causing this. Which
Yes, this is a phenomenon taking place a lot of places all over the world,
yeah,
right?
this is this is one. Sue in the chat there, she's from Australia, and she said she doesn't think there's anything like this going on down in Australia there. But I
That's
just,
interesting.
you heard about those zombie deer, the fungal
Zombie
infection you
deer.
can get in there. Yeah,
Oh
zombie deer.
yeah. They're
That
walking right up
fungal
on
infection.
hunters. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of wondering are these, livestock being infected by a zombie virus or a fungal infection or what?
I'm ridiculous. I know where the echo's coming from. I still have it. All right, let me mute this. I still have the show open. I was watching some da da da. All right. We're good.
Oh, I have done that so many times, and I'm like,
Where's this
where's
echo
the heck?
coming from?
Oh, geez, man. Hey, well, whatever.
I got to tell you, bro, I did the most important. You're going to dig this. I did the most important
All right.
interview I've ever done, ever, tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And
I don't know when I'm going to release it. I think maybe Friday, but it's a second generation like field investigator for MUFON. He's been on a few TV shows, and the Lord moved on his heart to kind of reveal what's really going on with this UFO stuff and what's coming down the pike that's going to affect all of us. And in this hour and a half long interview, bro, and I've spoken to him before, we kind of, went back and forth about a lot of it. As being a field investigator for cryptids, he touched on so many things that we directly deal with. It's unreal. Unreal. Like so much so that it's making me question if I even want to go back into the field.
really?
Really. You've never heard me say that.
Yeah, I've never heard you say that.
And I'll say it right here on your show. Like, speaking to this gentleman has changed my mind completely of what I think these things are.
So what do you,
Hey,
what's your,
what's up,
can you
sis?
share with us what you think it is? What do you think it is? I lodged
Bigfoot, dog man, all this stuff, the things that the coinciding elements with the UFOs and all that stuff, or that have somebody who's been a field investigator. He's in his 80s. He started in 1969. You know, the late 60s, early 70s is when it all started to pop and blow up. Honestly, bro, I think they're the fallen.
Well, that's I asked that question last night in your chat.
I think they're the angels, bro. They left their first estate. If you think about it, there were angels before there was us, right?
Oh yeah, there was angels before sun broke out.
Before the earth,
stars
yeah.
were out there.
If you're of that belief, yeah. Even the Nation of Islam and the Muslim religion, they say the same thing. You know, I think jinn are made from smokeless fire that the stars are made out of, or whatever. But and it's crazy that maybe not all, but the things that he pinpointed that are going on in ufology, and how it's literally the same things. How the old schoolers won't speak on the weird elements because they want to continue down the rabbit hole that they went down. But when you have batteries draining, when you have all wildlife going away, all the sounds of wildlife at night, brand new equipment that has these weird failures, I don't know. I'm gonna take it to the Lord in prayer, because I did a long time ago, and that's what brought me to the conclusion of they're the beasts of the field. Because I asked specifically on my face, Lord, if these things are demons, please just let me know. I don't want to be expose myself to demons. That stuff's out there, but a demon is not a fallen angel.
Let's see. What is he saying here? Hey, Sean, where can we find DDoS at on YouTube? You got your link for your YouTube there, and pop it in the chat.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, there you go. Coming up there, AJK. What I have seen, what God has provided to me or gifted me, would probably be a better term to use, of the future. What we saw in the Bible, or read in the Bible about what happened back then. We're going to see that and more.
Absolutely, we are.
We're going to have folks that are, the demons are going to walk among us. The fallen is going to walk among us. Angels are going to walk among us.
As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man.
Right.
What was happening in Noah's day? I think what was happening in Greek mythology.
Actually, I started writing today about some of the stuff I have been shown about angels today. I kind of touched up on it here and there throughout some of the writings and stuff, but the what I have seen, you know, man, it kind of goes along with what's going on nowadays. You identify as whatever temperament, whatever crazy temperament. You know, I think I'm a toaster. Well, I'm going to identify as a toaster, or whatever it is that the flavor of the second is. You know, that kind of mentality. That,
and when you
I
expose these
think
hoaxers, what's the hoax that they're pulling? Like, because I think we've all been wrong. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I got into it thinking that they were some sort of an animal. They're just like the little one. I saw one of the little ones that's size of like a preschooler. I thought it was a knot on a tree pulling up into the area. It drops to all fours, Sean, and it takes off like a bolt of lightning.
Wow.
Superhuman speed.
Big Cole, if you want to come in, you certainly can. Let's drop a link there. If he wants to come in.
Yeah, I just I saw you were on. I'm not going to take up too much of the time on it. I want to come in and say hi to your chat, and
Right.
it's awesome having an interviewer and a host like you, part of the Dark Waters Network, and I've learned a lot from you. You know what I mean? So,
well,
hey, you got a big homie in the chat.
What? Yeah, he's in the chat. What I have seen of the future, the folks that are following the enemy, you know, prescribe them as they want to make themselves look like the enemy. You know, you saw all these body modifications and stuff that's happening now with all the DNA stuff that's going on. Who the heck knows what's going to happen in the next 20, 50 years when it comes to that.
Just and he touched on that a little bit, you know, and this is some guy who's been on the inside, who's worked with the government, who's been to all these big like Broom Lake, all that kind of stuff, who's done boots on the ground investigations in these places, who's in his 80s, and he's been in the field for well over 40 years. So anyways, thank you again for having me on.
Hey, I appreciate it. Hey, Big Toe, what's going on? I appreciate you popping on there, buddy. Next show that you do live, I'll try to jump in there with you if you'll have me.
That'd be great. Yeah, absolutely. My casa is your casa. I'm not very good at Spanish.
I got you, man. I got you. All right. Now, if I don't knock my whole setup down, I've got a little school desk from my retired high school that I put all my junk on. So what's going on, Big Toe? What's up, bud? Hello? You got to share out your microphone, I'd say, or turn your microphone on. Well, while Big Cole gets his stuff situated, I'll pop up another video. This one is from How to Hunt. I think I've showed this before, but I figured why not show it again? I want to show this last Saturday night, but I got off on talking about my near-death experience. So I want to try to keep it more centered. I will do an entire show on my near-death experience again here soon, because I think I was kind of contemplating whether to do that tonight or not, but I was like, we'll get it. I've got another couple of things. Beth and Kurt, those folks from North Carolina, I've talked to both of them the last few days, and she and he is going to come on to my show. Oh, here we go. Here's Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, what's going on?
Hey, brother, what's going on? How you doing?
Doing all right. Kentucky brother across the border there. What's up? How's the weather over there? Did you get a lot of storming last night?
Weather's great, man.
It looks like old Big Cole's got some internet issues. Well, buddy, hey, whatever goes on with you, that's fine. So, have you heard about any of this stuff that's going over toward Whitesburg, Kentucky? Some of the Bigfoot sightings and stuff.
Here lately, I haven't heard anything, but let's see. The last time I heard anything about in that area was probably last year, and it was just a sighting. But as of recently, I haven't heard anything going on in that area.
The last one I had heard about, outside of the Dogman thing over toward Pound, Virginia on Highway 58, which was maybe 2 years ago. by what I recall, was outside of Jenkins, Kentucky, right near Main Street. If you ever been to Jenkins,
Yes.
Yeah, it's a little old town, but there was a Bigfoot sighting there. I think last year, maybe the year before. But
I think
crazy
the
as it
only
is,
dogman sighting that we've ever had here in the county where I live at, here in Kentucky, which is a small town, Harlan County, was back in '84. Supposedly, it was actually some people that were driving down 119 on the same stretch of highway that I live on here. Seen something big and black, but he noticed when it was running through the field, the first thought he had was, "Well, that's just Bigfoot," because we get a lot of reports of Bigfoot in this area. But he said what threw him off was uh, it kind of turned its head and it had a snout, and that's not usual for anybody in this area to report. But even that far back, the reports are rare.
Wow. Well, it's pretty close. Where was that? Let's see. I got a private chat. Who sent me a private chat? Oh, that's pretty cool. Are you there, buddy? Hello. I think his video audio stuff, his connection is kind of iffy from what he told in the chat there.
That can happen.
But there's there's all kinds of mountainous regions. You go from where I live in Wise County, Virginia, over the border. I live in a fairly rural place. I'm surrounded by national forest, but you go up toward the Kentucky border, it's like trees, seas of trees all over the place, mountains. That's it.
Yeah, it seems like the further you get out past, I'm gonna say Norton, it seems like you get more spread out hills. When I lived over in Cleveland, Virginia, there was a lot. It was cow country. It was just rolling hills, and I always like
to get out. That sounds like Lee County.
Yeah, I like to get out and traverse the cow trails and see what I could see and things like that when I lived over there. But
oh man, there's my ex-wife, her uncle and aunt. God rest their souls. Both of them are past now, but they owned a huge swath of land over in Lee County, pretty close to an Indian burial mound out there. All kinds of stuff. When I worked for Lee County Hospital, yeah, that would be kind of cool. There was some road construction out right in the middle of Pennington Gap out there, and they broke open I think an Indian mound out there and found some skulls and whatnot, and they shut that place down for I couldn't tell you how long. That construction, they had to redesign that whole diagram of where that highway went after that.
No doubt.
Oh yeah.
When these universities find out about these digs and stuff, man, they'll shut them down quick. And if you look through articles from past that where these farmers have found these Indian burial mounds, universities and government officials swoop in, and because they don't want these things let out to the public. They want to keep things as hush as they can. So you got to be careful.
There's a bunch of road construction over toward Abington, Virginia, when I was probably in my mid-teens before I got a driver's license, and apparently they found part of the Indian Superhighway out through there, and that shut that construction down for a long time, if I remember correctly.
Oh wow, I bet they did. I mean, it's like I said, once these universities get a hold of it and the archaeological associations, they swoop in and it's done for. I mean,
yeah, folks, hit that BDRP, the BDRP YouTube link that DW just popped in the chat over there. Go grab that link there and click on and show some love for old DDoS.
Yes, go support my brother D, Dark Waters. I like those. I like both of those guys. Great guys, especially D. I've talked on and off with D over the past little bit. I really enjoyed talking about the Lord with him, and just
Hmm.
sharing back and forth things that's going on that people don't see.
Right, right. It's well, D was talking about a theory of his with Bigfoot and Dogman that these creatures might be the fallen. What are your thoughts on that? What's your
Uh,
gut instinct?
well, I try to use discernment when it comes to this type of subject. Me being in a paranormal researcher and a cryptid researcher, the things that I have seen myself, um, they make you think. Um, Along with doing which let me back up just a minute. After I had had my sighting, it made me get more into the biblical aspect, digging deep in research, starting with Genesis, going all the way through the book of Genesis. I come across the book of Enoch, got into the book of Enoch, uh, the the book of giants, and there is a lot
Hmm.
of information which a lot of people don't take in um, Enoch and the book of giants being canon, which who a lot of people wouldn't because of the fact that it's too out there. It sounds more like I don't know. Some people believe it's just science fiction type fantasy, but it's not. It starts out in Genesis. It gives you that little taste. And if you go into
Hmm.
Enoch, explains more. And then if you go into the book of Giants, it goes into more detail on about the fallen angels, the watcher angels, what they did, the sins that they did against man, animal, vegetation. I mean, it says it corrupted not just only man's heart was corrupt, but they corrupted the world. So through all that and the experience that I've had, the feeling that I felt when I seen, I'll go back through once again. I think I talked a little bit about it the first time I was on this show that I came in on a call. Um,
Hmm.
back, it was right around about 5 months after my first wife had passed away. I just wanted to
I'm
get back
sorry
into
to
the
hear about
woods.
that.
I appreciate that, man. It was a rough time. So, what better way to clear your mind and clear your head and get right, but get in the mountains? So I go. The first thing I'm thinking on my way up there, I'm going to just go pray, clear my head, and things like that. Well, I get up to the area. I take my backpack off and I set my walking stick down on my backpack.
Hmm.
Not thinking anything, I'm looking around and I look over the hill. There's an old logging road that's about 30 foot from where I was standing at the time. Uh, I look just so happened some movement down below me caught my attention, and I looked down and I seen this cinnamon, this brownish red, what we would call cinnamon bears. We have a lot of black bear in the area, and they get this pigment in their hair that makes it a real light color. But instead of it being completely white, it's like a reddish brown looking color, a cinnamon color. So I'm scratching my head and I'm thinking to myself, "Whoa, there's a bear." So I'm thinking, what should I do? Should I get out of here? Because in the same area, I'd been ran out there by a mama bear with some cubs like a couple years before that. So I didn't want to like disturb the bear down there. Well, when I take a step back to get ready to bend over and grab my stuff, this bear stands up. And when this bear stands up, dude, I kid you not, this thing took just a little bit of a step back and turned its head to the right, just enough to where I could see its ear. And I seen the side of the ear, and I noticed how fat its earlobes were because at the time that's one of the the things that caught my attention, it kind of reminded me of Buddha. You know, the statue Buddha, the little fat earlobes.
Yeah.
And then when I looked down this thing's back, I noticed how in certain areas on the sides around where the rib cages were at, um, it was real thin. You could see the skin. The skin was like a gray looking color, but as it got down around the waist area, it was thicker. But as it got down the back of the legs again to the calf muscle, it was real thin. And I could see the calves on this thing, dude. I tell you not, it would put a bodybuilder to shame. Muscle, veiny. You could see the veins were almost, they looked like you'd perfectly took with a black pencil and sketched through the gray. You could see the outlines of the veins. Well, this thing,
Hmm.
I don't know if I made another noise, if I was breathing hard, because at the time I was kind of tripping out at what I was looking at. Because, like I said, I've been a cryptid investigator. I've been looking for these things for years, and I was always told one of these days you're going to get in the mountains, you're going to run across one. Well, when I seen this thing, it like all that rushed back to me at that time, and this thing took off running from me. It ran down a gully faster than anyone that I've ever seen, and I have went through films. I've went through every, I mean, from Olympic style running to NFL football players, and I could still never feel comfortable enough to match the speed as this thing was running that day. And it ran down that embankment across the creek and went straight up the mountainside within about 5 seconds. And I'm talking with a distance of well over 100 yards before it hit the creek and then right straight up the
Wow.
mountainside. And it was crazy. And the whole time I'm I'm thinking something's not right. I'm not supposed to be here. I wasn't supposed to see that. And I started having a panic attack. So I hightailed back down the mountain, got home, and ever since then I've had my different thoughts about these things, um, which led me to I don't believe these things are the Nephilim like a lot of people think they are. I believe they are a creation of the dwelling between man and animal, which in my part would make them part, I guess you could say, angelic, demonic type creature and beast. Um, I can't say this is just a theory. This is nothing like 100%. I'm not an expert and I'll never claim to be an expert. But to me, I feel through what I have researched, also going back into the paranormal stuff, um, they're not good. I don't care what anyone says. These creatures, they're evil. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. Be careful when you're in the woods and you come across these things. Even the dog man. I believe these things, Bigfoot and dog man both, I believe they have a way. Don't know how they do it, but they can go in between one veil to the next, or one dimension, or one world, whatever you want to call it.
Mhm.
But they have that ability. How do they do it? We don't know. I don't know. I can't tell you to this day, but I can warn people about them. Be safe with
Right.
these things. But I do know for a fact that if you rebuke these things in the name of Jesus Christ, they will leave you alone. They will run.
I have heard
So,
many stories about that. So, yeah.
yes.
Hey, I've got an Ontario Bigfoot sighting that I'm about ready to pull up. Can't play the audio. The audio wouldn't mean anything anyway because all you'll hear is music and maybe some waves crashing. But let's see, it's about 27 seconds long, and some guy, or I think it's a guy on a boat, catches something right there at the edge of the water.
Wow, that was big.
It gets a little closer. They do a little closer thing right there.
Notice how long the arms are,
Yeah, I can grab
how
it
the
and pull
step
it back
is
and forth.
also,
Kind
right
of
off the
has a little
bat
bit of a
now.
limp. Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead, Sean.
it's got a little bit of a limp. It looks like, which
Yeah, it
that's
mm,
one of the things that when I first started doing all this paranormal cryptid uh, interviews and stuff, first thing come to mind if they're actually really creatures that have some sort of intelligence, you think they would be taking care of the elderly or uh, the handicapped ones. So you would think that you would see elder Bigfoot or young Bigfoot
oh,
or
yeah.
Bigfoot that have some sort of have some sort of anomaly like a club toe or deformity or something like that in a while.
Well, some of the researchers that I know that's been doing it a lot longer than me, they've gotten casts that they'll have deformities. They'll have an extra toe, they'll have a club foot, as we call it. Just different deformities and foot patterns. And I don't know, I guess that if they are part human or whatever, you would think that they would be able to get same type of deformities as we do. But I don't know. Anything's up in the air right now. But yeah, that's
And the other thing is it could be staged, without a doubt,
yes,
because
yes.
that's the big thing. This Ontario is like dozens times bigger than the state of Virginia, Kentucky combined, and it's all mostly wilderness up
Oh
there.
yes, no doubt.
That's the big thing. The state of California has more people living in it than the entire Canadian country, and Canada is huge. Square mileages. Shell
Oh
says it looks
yes.
fake terror, so
Well,
it
actually,
could
it
be
does.
fake.
I'm going
It
to
could be
throw
fake.
my knowledge out there right on this
Sure.
right off the bat. And some people, we all have our opinions and our right to agree or disagree. And I'm not knocking this video because I don't even know anything about it. But the dimensions are off. The legs are not as in proportion to the arms. The thing that I saw, everything was proportioned. I mean, muscular. Um, and that's how you can throw your thought process in there. Is these creatures are proportioned. Every person that I know that's had a close encounter, other than myself, whether it's been a dog man or it's been a Bigfoot, these things are proportioned. They are beyond the muscles like you have never seen before. These things are meant to do harm, and they're built that
Mhm.
way. So,
Well, the one thing that when I look at Bigfoot footage, I go back to the Patterson film, and I, without a doubt, unless somebody just comes out and says, "Hey, we've got footage of these two fellas filming this Bigfoot with this third person," behind the scenes kind of footage showing that, hey, this was faked. There's no way that
yeah.
I'm going to believe it's going to be faked. But that's my personal opinion. I know. Let's see. There, AJK, aren't you the one that thinks the Patterson film is fake? I believe that you're the one.
Well,
If I
my
remember
argument
correctly.
to that would be at that time when that was filmed. Now, I have met Bob Gimlin before. He's a great man.
Oh,
He's
okay.
a smart man. He's a great ranch hand. He's a great horseman. He breeds horses. He's a great man. Um, I've got to converse back with him over the years. Uh, putting on a cryptid conference that I did here in Harlan some back years ago, a couple years
Hmm.
back. Um, for him, now I'm not speaking on Roger Patterson's part, but talking to him and doing interviews and things like that over the years, if it was faked, he didn't know anything about it. I really don't believe if it was faked, but you got to think back in that time period in the 60s, the amount of money it would take to build such a suit. There's, I don't care if you were Tom Savini, there's no way. Not that good, not that well to see muscle definition. But like I said, that's just my opinion. Um, I believe it's the real deal, so I'll leave it at that.
Well, I've seen a ton of breakdowns of the video where they, physically have somebody try to mimic the walk of that fellow. And I've seen the videos like AJK has kind of hinted toward where, the Patterson, gait sort of kind of looked like the Bigfoot Patty. But
Yeah.
I just don't buy it. That's just my gut instinct. That is a real deal thing.
Yeah. I mean,
But
these
that's
things
what.
are real.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
have no
they're
doubt they're
not
real.
yeah, they're not fluffy teddy bears that, people that habituate these creatures and stuff, you're messing with something that's in my parts evil and we're not supposed to mess with because God keeps them from us for a reason. That's the reason why we just don't go in the backyard and see one here and there and everywhere because they're
I'll
meant to
tell you
harm us.
what. When I was a kid, and I would be out pretty close to dusk out in the mountains, my mama and my mom would yell at me at the top of their lungs, and I'd be out in up in the holler somewhere. You better get back in here before the booger gets you.
Yeah.
And I was like, for years I thought, well, what the heck is a booger? I never really asked until later on in my life, and actually in the last few years of my grandmother's life. I said, Granny, you remember telling me about the booger? I said, yeah. I said, what was the booger that you were trying to get us to come in from? She said, that big old hairy thing is out in the woods. 80-some-year-old lady that had a lot of dementia, start talking about something that she remembered when she was younger.
Yeah.
She was all over like
Speaking
white on her eyes.
speaking of wood boogers, there's a wood booger grill over in Lee County over there.
It's an Orton.
Oh
Woodburger
yeah,
it is.
Norton.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've
Norton,
eat there.
Virginia.
It's pretty good. They
I
got a
have been by there.
Bigfoot
I
burger.
couldn't tell you how many times, and especially when I'm in the car with my sister. And I'll say, I've got to go eat there. And I've heard so many people say it is very good eating. I've not been by there other than just drive through downtown Norton, Virginia. But yeah, Woodburger Grill. And this is not a advertisement, but if you want to pay me, I'll be more happy to make a
Yeah, there you
commercial
go.
for you. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, man, pay me in burgers. That'd be good. I'll do it.
There
I'll
you
do
go.
it for a burger.
Best way
But
to get paid.
yeah,
Burgers for life.
I've got. Have you been up to that statue up in the up
Oh
on the
yeah, up
mountain?
at the Flag Rock. Yeah.
Flag Rock, yeah, that Flag Rock
Yeah,
statue. I've got a
it's
few
pretty cool up
pictures of that
there.
up there.
Yeah, it's
And
pretty cool. Real
yeah, it's
nice,
amazing.
real nice overlooking stuff up there. Beautiful.
You're talking about having to go out and connect back into the force and stuff when you have a lot of problems on your back and stuff. That's what I did. Actually, I was just talking about this the other day. When I was a district manager for sleep labs and stuff, I would get to the point where every little thing got on my nerves. You know where I went to reconnect with everything? I went up to that fire station, the one that burnt down up there on the top of the mountain outside Norton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went up there. I couldn't tell you how many times. And set up there was a little park. Now, last time I was up there, I was in a wheelchair. But before they, it burnt down, there was a little bench out there, and I would sit up there until dusk, and then leave. And you could see over into the valley and the Norton. You can see Kentucky, Tennessee,
Yeah,
North
it's
Carolina.
pretty up there. That's
Yeah,
that's the best place to go when you want to get closer to God, when you really want to meditate and pray. Just take your
yeah,
Bible and just go up to the
absolutely.
mountainside and just meditate and pray on God. Just talk with Him. That's your time right there.
Right.
And so that's what I do when I can get out. And here lately, I haven't been able to get out into the woods and things like that, but hopefully soon I'll be getting back out and doing some things. So
I'd be cool. It's just a little, well, I can't get out like I can't get out like I did. That's for sure. I would be crawling all up and down the mountains and stuff. Lord, I wish I would. I was closer to my dad in his later years when he was out ginseng hunting. He
yeah.
plant patches of ginseng all over Wise County. My brother was telling me that after he passed, before my brother passed, after my dad passed on the day that I was released after 3 months in hospital for my leg amputation. But Dad, that was part of his exercise. He'd climb up and down those mountains all over Wise County, Lee County, go ginseng hunting. Yeah, that's how he made. That's how he made his extra money for his grandkids. He would go out. He was a retired fellow, but he would go out and harvest ginseng. He'd make a few $1,000s in a few weeks
Oh yeah.
doing that. Easy, easy. If you know where it was, you'd easily make a lot of money, even wet
Yeah.
ginseng. Crazy.
Yeah, my
My
dad used to do
sister,
the same thing in this area, and that's one thing I can say is I had a great dad, and I looked
oh,
up to my dad, and he taught me about hunting. How to survive. If you was to get out and get lost. And
right.
I always carry those memories and of fishing and hunting and doing things like that with my father, even ginseng. So,
Yeah, yeah. My dad taught me how to spot a ginseng plant. No,
oh yeah. That's probably one of the first things I learned when I got into the woods was to learn about the plants and things, what you could eat, what was worth money that you could harvest. You know,
yeah, black
there's
cohosh,
like there's
all
like
kinds
bloodroot, yellow root. There's all different types of these roots and things that you can do. You can take for a lot of them are packed full of vitamin C, which is of course always good for colds and flu and
everything.
things like that.
Hmm. Oh yeah, my sister, she doesn't do it anymore, but she actually bought and sold uh, black cohosh and ginseng and all that stuff for years. And I remember uh, shortly after I got out of my 3 month stay, she had to go in Big Stone Gap on this farm in Big Stone Gap in that valley to pick up. I think she bought some ginseng off a guy down there, and I learned real quick how much the feds oversee that stuff to the quarter ounce, if not
Yes,
more, and you can get some big time in fed prison if
yes, you
you
can.
yeah you think you can get when heck pot and stuff was like when you get jailed for that, you get triple quadruple the time for making illegal harvesting of ginseng.
Yes. If it's out of season, they will know about it.
Oh yeah, and the fellows that buy and sell that stuff, they gotta take meticulous
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
records and stuff, record where the stuff goes, how who sold it to you, everything, to the point where I think my sister actually they didn't like to deal in wet too much, the wet product. They'd rather have it dry because the amount that they dealt in, they had big, huge barrels of the crap. But the
Yeah.
amount that they did deal in, just drying itself out naturally would be enough of a difference in the weight that they'd have to
Oh,
explain
yeah.
that away, and they just didn't like to do that. They were that meticulous. The state was, or the feds were, not the state. But yeah, I was like, you got to be kidding me, really? She was. I thought it was just a quick in and out, and they got the scales out and all this other stuff. It's like, is she doing
No,
drugs?
it's yeah, of course. I mean, when
Yeah,
it
no,
comes
but
to, especially with ginseng, you have to be tight with it. You have to make sure that when you fill quotas and things like that, you have to make sure, because you want your people that you're selling it to come back to you later on. So you
all right,
want to make sure that you're doing everything by the book. So yeah,
absolutely.
I don't blame her at all, dude. I mean, when it comes to stuff like that, the government will be on your butt quick.
The government definitely will be on your butt without a doubt. Now, the other thing is all these ginseng hunters, the roots and herbalists that go out and harvest this stuff, all this stuff. They get out and God knows where. How many times have they run across these cryptids? You know, moonshiners. I'd love to talk.
I I I know
I'd love to
of
talk to a few of them.
one ginseng hunter that's here in Harlan. I can't remember his name, but um, I know that that person has seen one. Uh, I can't remember exactly in the area of Harlan where it was seen, but I do know that he's seen it, and it was in an area that he frequents for ginseng each season. So
Yeah. I've got a video that D's got. He's got a copy of this video, so I'm sure he's probably going to play this sooner or later. But I've got a video of what might be a glimmer man jumping through a bunch of trees and breaking out trees. You know, huge chunks of trees. Let me get that up here. Get that
I've
right.
seen quite a bit of I'm sorry, quite a bit of those videos here lately, as they call the predator style videos,
Mm-hmm.
where you can see through these things, and you can see them moving, and it's kind of like a mirrored image of the light bouncing off of them. It's crazy.
Now, this is a little bit longer. What this is a couple on the back of their porch with their little dog, and something's going through the trees. Now, if you've ever heard me interview Greg Connor in the past, this reminds me of Greg's description of something jumping through his trees on his property. But here we go, and you can. I'll leave the audio on.
I don't see anything.
What the heck? It's like there's something up there.
Oh wow!
Oh shit, no, look at it, come on. Shit, come on, shit, come on, shit, come on. No, no.
Oh, there you go. So their reaction to pull their pups inside, kind of
Yeah,
ties that all in together outside of the obvious. Look at that big ass tree limb that broke out of that tree.
that's a big tree limb for sure.
Yeah. Let's get back here.
I believe if I'd seen parts of the tree coming down, I would run too.
Oh, yeah.
What the heck?
And
It's
this
like
is
there's
from
something up
TikToker Raven Love 11. AJK says a squirrel on steroids. I wouldn't want to come across a squirrel like that, buddy.
Me neither.
Oh shit, no, look at it, come on. Shit, come on, shit, come on, shit, come on. No, no.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's the best footage I've seen. That kind of what in the heck was that? And I was trying to explain it away. It's like, what could cause that? Obviously, something of that weight to break out a limb like that, you have to have pretty heavy. And the trees look like they're pretty lush, so it's not like dry weather. Grass is green, so it couldn't be dried out trees or anything like that. So who knows? Who knows what that is?
That's crazy.
Encore. All right, well, let's play this one more time since it's about a minute long. I honestly, this is one of the better pieces of footage outside of whatever that is, cryptid wise. This is one of the better pieces of footage. You don't really see what's going on other than you can see it go through the trees a little bit there.
What the heck? It's like there's something up there.
It actually sounds like to me that it was whatever it was using some type of cutting, something heavy to break the branch with or something, because you can hear the thumps. It sounds like to me that doesn't sound like a break of the limb with regular force. It sounded like something was beating on it with something to cut it. I don't know, but
Well,
you can't see nothing up there though.
Nope. I've watched it probably a dozen times or so. I've got it on a shared drive that I actually downloaded this from TikTok. Usually I don't share out links to videos because if it's hot enough and they get a lot of whatever is going on with a particular video, I'd rather download it before the video goes bye-bye.
Yes.
So I've actually got this footage on my hard drive, and I'll share it out with whoever wants a link to this particular one. But go to, what is the name of this particular? It is Raven, RAVENLUV11 over on TikTok, and I think it's still up. But you never know what's going on with that.
Okay, Sean, brother, I've took enough of your time. But thanks
All
once
right,
again
bud.
for letting me come on and talk with you. It's always a pleasure to get to talk to you and share some insights on some of this craziness that goes on in the world.
All right. Well, anytime you want to come back on, buddy, you just come on.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Thank you.
God bless you, buddy. All right. Well, there you go. Jimmy Blanton. Follow him. Jimmy, if you want to pop your link in for your chat, go right ahead and drop that in there if you don't mind. Appreciate that. So what do you think that was? Is that a Bigfoot or was that a hoax? I'm honestly, I don't know exactly what's going to happen with hoaxing. How you host that? But I guess you could if you had the right film crew or whatever. But I honestly don't know. What would you think is going on with that? With that particular video? I still have, nope, I actually got that out of the way. Need to pop this one more time in the chat, or not in the chat. Gee willikers. Present share screen. Play this one more time.
I don't see anything.
What the
That's
heck?
all right, Big Co. Appreciate you trying to jump in there. Hope your internet goes back and forth, or it comes back in. If you want to jump back in, go right ahead there, buddy.
Oh shit, no, okay, come on. She, come here, she, come here, she, come here. No.
There you go. One thing that makes this video, like I said before, a little bit more realistic to me that this is actually real stuff is their reaction and pulling their dogs inside.
What the fuck?
I would think it's a tree dude halfway up, cutting down the top before he goes down and does the bottom half. Well, okay, so Shell, one thing I would say is I went through my mind too, but if it's a tree dude, where is the chainsaw sound? Gas powered or even if it was electrical, where is the mechanical sound there? I get trying to explain that away. I would assume, just based off of all the tree work I've seen, other than you can get these mechanical lever pulling stuff, sound like an axe. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to go back and listen to it again and watch it a little closer. But there you go. Yeah, Jimmy, appreciate you popping in there, buddy. Pop your link to your chat. Oh, let's see if I can pop it. Hold on a second. I can pull that. I can pull this stuff there. Let's see. Go to his channel. Jimmy Blanton's channel here. Copy a clean link here. And then here is Jimmy. His channel right here. Drop that in there. Follow Jimmy over on his YouTube channel there. And I'm sure he's probably got the links propagated over on his channel and YouTube. So go over and share some love for old Jimmy Blanton there. Right across the mountain from me. And Sue says, Sean, they were scared. Absolutely. I think they were scared for sure. But I mean, I haven't seen a tree dude use an axe when they do that procedure. Well, you've got those mechanical levers where you got a rope and a long, kind of a guillotine stuff. I've got one for some trees here in the backyard that I've let some people borrow here and there that you can cut down, but nothing to the tune of that big long ass thing. So don't know. Strange thing. But hey, if you want to be a part of the show, call in 931-994-6917. If you want to do that, call in instead of trying to do it with a link. And here's the link to get in with the StreamYard if you want to do that too. Pretty easy. Other than you have to have a stable internet connection, according to what we're dealing with Big Coal there. Let me get the next one up. Drop that one in. Next one is, I'm not exactly sure what this is. Is it paranormal or what? And I don't recall where I got that. It's a West Virginia. I think this is West Virginia. West Virginia Paranormal, I think, is the TikToker name. West Virginia Paranormal, WV Paranormal, maybe. But hey, Bonita, what's going on with you? Good to see you. So let's see. I have audio. So here we go. Now look at not at the four-wheeler, the red four-wheeler. Look at the looks like the little lawnmower in the middle, like the John
Oh my
Deere
God!
thing.
Nobody is gonna ever believe this.
Right here. What is that?
All right, we're going back inside.
What is that? Is that a dog? Well, the first thing I can see, I don't know. I think that's the only thing that's going on is something on the back of that tractor. If you guys can see something else. Wait a minute. Actually, I think I see it's right there between the Now I'm looking at it. I don't think it's on the back of that tractor. I think it's right between the tree and the building. There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Shit. All right, we're going back inside.
Well, they got their Sid, or got their scare on for sure.
Oh my God, nobody is gonna ever believe this. Shit. All right, we're going back inside.
Right. All right. They're going back inside. They're scared. So, what do you think about this? I'll have to put this in my video editing software, and kind of lighten this up and see what's going on in there. I should have done that before I did this. But
Oh my
there you
God,
go.
nobody is gonna ever believe this. Shit. All right, we're going back inside.
There you go. So, what do you think? It's Pennywise. It's Pennywise. Okay, Pennywise. I've not seen Pennywise, any of those movies. I'm not a big fan of the author, but
Oh my God, nobody is
tried to
gonna
read his
ever
books,
believe
but
this.
just can't get into them.
Shit. All right, we're going back inside.
Well, have a good night there. I'm a Magic Cat. Appreciate you popping in. Read the book. I have tried to read Stephen King. Fun fact. During my drunk driving, paying back what I needed to pay back, I had to spend like 7 days in jail, and I tried to read what was that? Sleep paralysis or something in jail, and I just couldn't get into it. It creeped me out. Not that it was scary. It just had a lot of the big P word philia. Too much of it. Nah, I can't do that. That's just too much of it, and I just can't get into anything that he has to deal with. Yeah, anyway. That being said, that's it. What do you guys think about this particular video, though? Is that thing on the back of the tractor what they're reacting to, or is there something in between the tree and... So we got the tree right there. Honestly, I don't... maybe it's right there, that little white thing right here. Or maybe something right in here. I don't know. I'll have to go back and do some stuff. With that. So, is this paranormal? Is this a skinwalker? Or is this just somebody that's had one too many beers and they freaked out over seeing something in the distance there? Honestly, I'll have to... Yeah, I'm going to break that down a little bit more. All right. Look between the tree and the building. Yeah, that's where I was focusing on, but it was a little too dark. I'll have to put that in my editing software and lighten it up quite a bit. Kind of creepy. I've seen it before. It's definitely creepy, but can't tell what it is at all. Okay, that's cool. Next up, let's see. Got 4 more videos. I've already done that. No, 3 more videos. Excuse me. Bigfoot or Dogman? What is it? So here we go, and the audio is on, so that's good. What I've been doing is turning the audio off. If there's any kind of stuff on there, can be copyrighted. But I got copywritten strike on me. Well, it wasn't anything that affected the channel. All I had to do was hit, and it's gone. But hang on just a second. Let me share the share screen, and get this up and running.
Look at that. Oh my. What the heck is that, dude?
So right there is
Dad's coming from the other closer.
what they're looking at.
Oh crap, it's a stream. It's a stream. Okay. Dude, it's coming! It's coming! It's running! Run! Run!
So let's see. Let me see if I can find it. Comes out of the tree line or the brush. More, not a tree line, it's just a brush. And it pops up and raises up on all fours, it looks like. Right there you are. So is that Bigfoot, Dogman, or what is it? What you think that is there, folks? Look at the tree. I'm going to have to look at that last bit and redo it and lighten it up, that last one. Whatever that was in front of the lawnmower there. Let's see. What I find weird about the video is it's very dark, black underneath, looks like crawling out of something. Okay, well, she's talking about the last one. Okay, gotcha. So this one, whatever this is in the center here, is that just some dude with a white hoodie on, or is that a dog? Well, it kind of looks like a dog right there when it turns to a profile. Right there. That kind of looks like a dog. Yeah, that looks like a dog to me. A big old white dog. Oh, you're talking about this one. Oh, okay. Right there, it kind of looks like a big old white dog right there. And then it turns around and faces the person that's holding the camera. And I don't know. Crazy. Chica says, looks like a huge canine type. Not when zoomed. Okay. Oh, let's see. Can I zoom in on this one? Nope, I can't zoom in. Well, hold on a second. Let's see. Audio, open location. Let me see if I can zoom in. Edit, flip, rotate, trim. No, I don't want to trim. Full actual size. Oh, there it got a little bit bigger. Let's see that. Doing that. Trying to see if I can get a little bit bigger, but it doesn't look like I can get it. Let's just loop it. Keep it going. That's cool. Found a new little whatever. I can loop the video while I'm talking about it. Yeah, what if you wound up and you want on your back porch or out by your car and this thing comes out from the brush? Okay, Shell. All right, let me go here to, well, let's see. We cut the head off of it, but I'll save it to download and bring her up here. Oh, in just a second. And doing this on the fly. I apologize, folks, but that's part of the fun of doing this on the fly. Thank you, Shell, for doing the screen grab there. Let me remove this, stop the screen share, then share the video, or not the video, the screen grab right there. So there it is. Yeah, you definitely can see some definition there. That's for sure. Definitely can see some definition with this. Right about here. Get a little bit bigger, but the more you increase the size, the more the pixelation is. There's another one, duh. Okay, well, there's another. Right there it is. Well, thank you. All right, here comes another one. I got this next one coming up. Let me stop sharing that and then bring this one up. Downloads. Nope. Aha, here we go. Now, get this back up on share screen. There you go. And I can use this right here. Let's do magic color. See if I bring anything out of it. Nope. Oh, I can do contrast or whatever with it. Huh? Let's contrast that a little bit. That's kind of cool right there. Reset all. Let's do reset all. Saturation, bring this back up to black and white. All right, well, there you go. There's a little bit better to my eye what that is. You're like at 1500 magnification, yep. Well, at that distance and the poor quality of the video, it's hard to tell what we're looking at, but hey, monkey vines and spirits, what's going on with you? Looks like a silverback gorilla, light gray, possibly shadowy. Well, okay, that's interesting. Bonita says, I can make out what appears to be pointy ears. And then snap one when it stands up at the end. Looks like an ape. Haunched. Okay. Let me remove this and then stop this and get the actual video back up. See if I can grab... Crap, son. What the heck? Share screen. That's what I'm looking for. Where are you? Nope. There you go. Share that one. And there we go. Where it stands up. See if I can pull it up. Trying to find the spot where it stands up. So the rest of this is blur. Yeah, it jumps all over the place right through there. I'm not exactly sure what to say about that. Yeah, it's a very poor, anything that you have sharing like that. That looks a little bit weird, but there you go. Can I slow-mo it? Yeah, I can slow-mo it. Hold on just a second. Let me go peer view, remove, add clip to end. No, I don't want to add clip. I don't want to do anything other than window. Oh, I can increase the size of it. That's kind of cool. Didn't know I could do that. That's cool. Fit the screen, increase size. Let me go back to the play. Loop, slow clip, show clip. Zoom in, zoom out, actual size. Slow-mo it. No, not on this particular app I've got. I can't slow-mo it. I can put it in a loop, but that's about it. So I think right here, after this particular section at 12 seconds, right after here is where we might be able to get the money shot there. Right there, you almost can see a hand, maybe. Almost can see a hand. View and then zoom in. Let's see, function win, yeah, win plus. All right. Hold on just a second, trying to get this thing. Aha, here we go. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Now that I figured out the controls here. There we are. Well, the only thing about it is this daggone thing won't. Nope. I got two zoomed in, but. Well, let me increase. No, it won't let me increase the size of it. Crap. Yeah, it is what it is. Right there. I guess that's probably about the. I don't see where it actually stands up. Maybe right here, maybe stands up. Hold on just a second. I got one fellow that I've been wanting to talk to. I have to tell him I'm live on there. Let me send him a quick link back here to YouTube. Pretty sure, is that the one? Call text. Gotta find out where. There you go. Let me send that to him. Got a fellow by the name of Todd that wants to be on the show or tell me some stuff, but there you go. Trucker. I always like taco truckers. They come across some of the most interesting things. What are we looking at? We're looking at maybe a dogman Bigfoot there, Jimmy. I don't know. At the very end, the guy runs. It starts to crawl up that pile. All right, let me see what I can do here with this. And let me get this where I right there at the end. Okay. Starts to crawl up the pile. Well, there it looks like it might be standing up right there. Maybe a little bit. It almost looks like one of those walkers there. There you go. You can see possibly the haunches on the back of the thing. Appalachian Trails of Terror, you have no idea. Hold on just a second. Get this up a little bit bigger. There you are. Hello. I know that's over exaggerated, but there you go. That's what's in that thing. Todd, if you want to jump in right here, you can. If you have internet connection, let's get that StreamYard key. Go right ahead. Want to jump in there? I know you've been wanting to. We've been trying to play phone tag here a little bit back and forth for the last few days. But if you want to jump in, go right ahead or call 931-994-6917. However you want to do it. What do you think this is? Appreciate you subscribing there, Todd. Great. Horny Toad's got a new subscriber. And definitely. Well, Todd, I will share on your group anytime, buddy. Appreciate that. That thing looks crazy. I don't. Is that a dog? Now that's at the first of the section. I mentioned that kind of looked like a dog, but right there, I don't think that's a dog. Honestly, I don't think that's a dog. I honestly do not think it's a dog. Truckers do see a lot, absolutely. Buddy of mine by the name of Tommy, I had him on probably about 3 years ago. And he told me all kinds of crazy stuff that from UFOs. You know, he was a master sergeant in the Army. Told me a bunch of stuff with that. And then he became a trucker, and he saw all kinds of crazy stuff trucking. And I thought, you know, he told some great stories. Got him on the show. And buddy, I couldn't get more than a 3 or 4 word answer out of him. Tell me about this UFO. Well, there's a UFO over a base down in the Gulf of Mexico. Okay. Sorry, couldn't catch you live tonight, but super, super busy. I'll be on Saturday. Well, that's cool. I'm still alive. You caught me live there, buddy. Sure did. Let's see. Those arms are super straight and significantly longer in proportion. Oh, it's Beth. Hey, Beth. There you go. Why in the heck I can't keep that as Beth? I was just talking about you. Hope your ears are burning. You and Kurt. But definitely awesome. Awesome. A little bit pale thinking maybe a rake. I don't know. When it comes to talking about rakes and stuff, maybe. I don't know. It's such a hard thing to define. Define what a rake is. And actually have good pictures of a rake. You know, they got some stuff out there that went viral with skinny whatever. Your name has changed. I'm a pro, but you changed it again for the channel purposes. Well, let me know what your Beth, what your name winds up being. Monkey finds and spirit. I don't know. Well, okay, there you go. And aha! Let me save that to downloads, and we got another one right there. Thank you, Shell, for sending this. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. And we got one more string grab from Shell. Let me grab this and load her up here. Share this out one more time. And I'll be done with this particular video because I think this is, which one is it? Is it this one or this one? Right here. Ha-ha! Found it. Let's see if it popped up right. There you go. All right. What the heck is that? Is it a skinwalker? Is it a dog man? Is it a rake, as Todd says? I'm not exactly sure, to tell you the truth. Whatever it is funky looking. You sent at least... Really? Seriously? Seriously. You sent at least 10. Yes, you did. By golly, you sure as hell did. You sent 10 of them. Well, let's see. Actually, I kind of like this one. I will end the last. This will be the last share. I will take this last one that you sent. There, Shell. Give me just a second. Stop the screen here. And we'll share this one out. Because I think that's probably about the best share of the night when it comes to this particular video. There. No, that's not. Do the last one. It has 2 legs. Okay. I'm trying to find the last one with the 2 legs. There we go. Yep. Save that to downloads, and then we'll grab this. Alrighty. Let me. You buy list column stuff. Trying to find which one has it. I believe this is the one. I've got like a dozen downloaded, and that's kind of hard to get into it, but there you go. All right, here comes the last presentation of this particular video. Thank you to Shelly for doing that. And there she is. And now your glory. Kind of looks ghost-like to a certain extent. Sure enough does. Well, let's see what else we got going on here. Let me pull up where I can see the actual chat going on. Yep, Shell is the bomb. She's a big help. She, you have no idea. I thought I loved this crazy stuff, but she's got me beat hands down when it comes to picking stuff out of the blue. Like, did you see this? No, I didn't see that. And shows me all kinds of stuff. It's all black underneath. Yep, it's all black underneath. Well, here's the thing. Go back to Greg Connor, a buddy of mine that I've had on the show several times. The dogman slash, I guess he kind of described it as a fox. Said it kind of looked like it was black underneath, but kind of a grayish looking as the top part of the coat. So it could be that. Amy, hey, good to see you there. Hadn't seen you in a hot minute. What's going on with you? Not a normal color scheme. Yeah, well, that's true. You don't see a lot of white with black underneath. It's either, albino, whatever. Usually has a lot of pink in it. Doesn't have any kind of a darkness to it at all. Albino variations of whatever creatures are out there. So yeah, I get you. But there you go. So last question. Is this a cryptid? Is this an actual animal that you can describe as maybe it's a dog or is it a skinwalker? A rake, as Todd suggested. Todd says, my experience, it's not a dogman. Okay, that's cool. Putting down a floor, that's taking too long. Okay, well. Hard to tell, Jimmy says. Well, a lot of this stuff is hard to tell once you start breaking it down one by one. And how do I send a pic? Send it here. Hold on just a second. Here's my email address there, Beth. Sean Graham at IamDarkWaters.com. I just popped up into the chat. But there you go. That's how you send it. Let me open my email. Make sure I got my email situated. Let's see. I don't have any new ones, just alerts to junk. But there you go. It could be a white Bigfoot, according to Mike, Old Religion Dystopia 2. You could be what they call the rake. Well, that's what Todd was suggesting earlier. So
it's 10:36 p.m.
Cancel. Good Lord, I forgot to turn her off. But there you are, buddy. All right, so what? So this could be a rake, not an animal whatsoever. Bigfoot, dogman, rake, something of that nature. Skinwalker Rake, AB says. Okay. Well, consensus, it is definitely not a dog or anything natural looking, but there you are. Let's see. We have any? Let me go ahead and get some more mail. That's cool, Todd. You can. That's what we're looking for. Speak your truth. If you think it is whatever, if you think I'm up to BS, tell me about it. Just because your opinion is different than mine, I don't care. I'm definitely not right. Most of the time, I'm not right. Most of the time, I think I'm right, but then later on, I kind of figure out that I wasn't right at all. But hey, whatever. Blues and G is in the house. There you are, buddy. How are you, Gil? Appreciate you dropping in. All right, next up, since that one is kaput, I was about ready to drop do that how to hunt thing again, but here we go. What I'm going to do is play this, and this will probably be the last video tonight, I would say. Now, this is different than cryptids. Could be UFO, could be a lost satellite coming down from the sky, could be a meteor, but I don't think it's a meteor from what I was saying. What the heck is that? All right then. Beth, can I share this one? Shoot, if I can get permission to share this one, I'll share this one. She didn't give me permission in the email. She may just email me the video or the screenshot. Well, let me make sure. Let me look up Beth. Beth, can I share this tonight, or is this for later on when you and I and your husband do a show together? That's the big one. I don't know what the heck that is. But it does look a lot like we just saw, what I'm seeing right now. But who the heck knows? Crazy stuff for sure. Anyway, what I'm going to do is go ahead and play this video since I've got it up on the screen.
It is. That's a big-ass meteor. You're right. That's incredible.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's off my
That's
image?
the
Okay.
coolest thing I've ever seen. I am recording it.
I'll share out here in a
This
minute.
is
There, Beth.
absolutely
Appreciate you sharing.
unbelievable.
Oh my gosh.
Off an image. Okay, that's cool. I see it. I see it now.
Look at that. Look at
I
that.
appreciate you. So is this a rocket? Is this a piece of space debris? What is that?
Oh my gosh.
I think we
Gotcha.
just saw a rocket explode, babe.
Oh my gosh.
Is that a rocket?
This is unbelievable. Are you watching this?
Yeah.
And the guy is so disarmed, lost his breath. I guess you got the pee scared out of you. All right, so let's go ahead and stop sharing this. Let me stop this video right here, and then let me pull up that open attachment with preview app. There we go. Close the other apps and then, oh crap! Come on, man. Got too many of these things open. Save, no, revert changes, and then do this. There we go. Then open with preview app. That's actually a decent. You'll have to tell me how you captured that and made it look like that, there, Beth. So give me just a second. Here we go. How the heck she got this out of the video as a screen grab, I don't know. But this is pretty freaking cool, that's for sure. That's pretty cool. I'll send you some pictures for... Oh, okay. That's cool. I appreciate it there. Was that took out of a vehicle? I think that was taken out on the beach side there, Todd. But there's a screen grab off of what we just saw. Yep, definitely hit the like button if you don't mind, and share it out if you do like it, or hit the down, the thumbs down or whatever. Tickle either one of those thumbs up or thumbs down button. That's for sure. But anybody got an opinion on this? Rake, Dogman, Bigfoot, Skinwalker. Who knows? Kurt took pic off our computer from your video, then edited it. Well, son of a gun. He did a good job. Cheap phone and color hue change. Awesome. That is freaking awesome. That does bring out a whole lot of... gee willikers. You can see... Right, well, you can barely see my little plus sign here. But you can see the definition of the head there with whatever this is body-wise. Standing like a gorilla, Sue says. That is just crazy. Now, riddle me this. Looks bigger now, less skinny. Could be. I don't know. I guess the consensus is this is not a dog. This is not a bear or what have you. And it's not natural colored. So if it was an albino, what could it be? It could be an albino. It's got two shades on it, a black and a white. And Mike from Old Religion Dystopia 2 says it looks like two of them, a white one and a black one. And if you're over on the Paranormal Radio app in the Dark Waters channel over there, if you want to see what we're looking at, go over to Jason Trushan G YouTube channel. You can see this live on there, what we're looking at and discussing. But who the heck knows what that is? Not an albino. I agree with you. It's not an albino. Keith King, buddy, what are you doing? Good to hear from you. Appreciate you sending me a message over on Facebook. Hope Jimmy's doing pretty well. Todd, I would love to talk to you anytime you want to, bud. Just let me know. I'm going to be a guest on a show Friday. I think I scheduled it for like 3 p.m. Friday. So that'd be the only time from about 2 hours, 3 to 5 Eastern time this Friday. That I won't be available, but any other time I probably couldn't make time for you there. That's for sure. I see the eyes barely in one eye filter. Oh, okay. That's cool. There you go. Interesting stuff for sure. I'm going to go ahead and stop the screen on that. I appreciate you, Kurt, for doing that. Maybe a young underneath. Kurt said same thing. A young one underneath. Could be. Two of them. You might be onto something there, Mike and Kurt and Beth. Could be something there to that. What show? Hold on just a second. I'll have to go back and look. Give me just a second. I'll tell you what show. Let me call you sweetheart. I better not sing that. It's probably copyrighted. I caught myself singing that at 1:30 last night on the video camera in the middle of the night. I was like, what's a... There was a ding on my phone from my video camera catching audio. Something was making audio and made an alert come up. I'll have to look that up. Don't have. Well, let's see. It's in my Dark Waters email on my Mac. Chasing the Truth. I am Dark Water. There we go. Let's see. B Tango. What's on gun? Oh, let's see. Virtual podcast. The name I'm dealing with is Steve Mittman. Social media. Steve Mittman. Not exactly sure. Steve Mittman, social media. You can book. There you go. All right. Well, that's interesting to say the least. All right. Let's see. And looks like looky. All right. We'll do this one more time. Please forgive me, but Shell has come up with some last edits that look interesting for sure. Give me just a second. Then we'll share this out, and I'll be done with this particular video. Whatever the heck that video is, I don't know. Here we go. This is the one that Shell just sent me. That does look like it's standing up, that's for sure. That does look like it's standing up, without a doubt. Yeah, it is crazy that they can copyright you for just about anything. I've shared some videos and stuff out that the music was copyrighted, but they didn't produce a strike, and they said, "Hey, I can use it." They just want to. This is one of the statistics off the video. Well, whatever. As long as I can use the video, that's cool. Well, looks like it's muzzled underside, darker over top, with eyes over the white portion. Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that. I can kind of see that. Let's see if let me get rid of that. I'm done looking at that one. Yeah, all right. We're talking about this section right here with this one and this one. Yeah, I can see that. Chill's always sending me some interesting things. We have some interesting discussions about photographs and pictures and videos. Interesting. Kind of looks like a baboon almost. Well, there you go. So let's do a count and kind of a vote thing in the chat there. One, if you think this is a bear or dog or some kind of natural creature that you come across every day. One in chat for a bear or dog or whatever. Two, if this is Bigfoot. Three, if this is Dogman. Four, if this is a rake. Pretty easy. Eyes are more prominent now. Yep. You can definitely see the eyes in it. Is this a rake? Bigfoot? Dogman? Who knows? I don't know. I definitely wouldn't want to see that in my backyard, that's for sure. Bess says 2. Okay. 2. Bigfoot, Dogman, whatever. 2. Amy's got a 2, 2, 2. And AJK's got a 5 in there. Hey, you're not Dark Woods. What are you talking about, buddy? 5 is almost exclusively Dark Woods there. Thought I knew until I saw it with this filter. Okay. Thought it was right now. It's kind of baboonish. I'm fine. Lost 2 subs to my channel, so I'm tore up about it. Oh my lord. Lost subs. Bonita's got a 4 in there. I think she's chiming in on the rake. Bigfoot. 2 Bigfoots, according to Mike and Old Religion Dystopia. Bigfoot. Sue's got ape. She's voting ape. Voting ape. Oh, good lord. Shell maybe either the dark or the white. Some kind of aura. Sean, the picture you had up before that one was blurred out. Picture of a wolf-looking boy that is taken back garden, Mexico. No, that wasn't it, buddy. That was actually a screen grab and manipulated by Kurt and Beth. That one before was off of the video, the same figure that we got up on the screen. It was just through a different audio or video setting. But that's interesting take. Interesting take here. So majority thinks it's Bigfoot, and then Sue thinks it's an ape of some sort, which kind of throws it into the Bigfootish kind of realm. We've got one rake, Bonita, and we've got a number 5 exclusively from AJK. And of course, 2 Bigfoots doggy style. Well, and a rake. Shell's got a rake on her. Or 2 rakes. Okay. So majority is probably Bigfootish and a couple leaning toward a rake. Interesting. Oh, right. I look at the one I thought it was. Sorry, just logged on. Oh, that's all right, brother. You can do whatever you need to do. You know, your opinion is just like anybody else's. It's valued. All of us could be wrong, and only one person in chat's got to be right. I don't know what I said. Tell you the truth. Somebody just said, "What the hell did you just say?" 2 Bigfoots doggy style. That was AJK said that in chat. 2 Bigfoots doggy style. Ape-like related, Bigfoot and natural wildlife. I agree. Kurt says neither are just something weird. Ha ha ha. Well, I can't help my accent. If you can't dig my accent, all I can say is I've got a southern accent, and sometimes it just gets going real bad, and it'll come out thick as thieves sometimes. So, well, Todd, I appreciate you 2 links there. I will join those here in a little bit there, Todd, and I'll give you a call after the show for sure. So, anyway, got 2 Bigfoot humping, or Dogman. 2 Dogman and Bigfoot, 2 something. Your accents, well, I appreciate it. I think where I was talking to Jimmy earlier today on the show, I have a bad, really, really bad. I can adopt accents like crazy. But yeah, I can adopt accents. But if I talk to somebody that is from my neck of the woods, it'll get pretty bad. Good Lord, can it get bad? But there you go. Doggies hanging together. 2 Bigfoot, 2 Dogmen humping. Doing the bareback wrestle. Yeah, Lord. 2 rakes don't make a leaf blower. Oh Lord, now we're getting into the jokes. I believe we're about ready to call her or not for that one. Jimmy to ring in again. He's got loads more. Yeah, anytime, buddy. I love talking to Jimmy. Jimmy is one of those, that I would let him just read a phone book. I love you guys' accents, Keith. You and your dad, Jimmy. Holy cow. But definitely would love to talk to him and see what kind of stories you've got to fill us in on. Shooting too much pool, Sean. Good God. Seriously? And well, Sean, I'm a husky Aussie accent. Okay, well, I can remember as a kid, there was an Aussie in our class. I loved talking to him. And I adopted his accent. But it was just cool. But anyway. Just cool all the way around. But anyway, I think I'm done for the night. How long have we been on? 2 hours and 11 minutes. I ran out of video, so the one video that I didn't get a whole lot out of that I thought would be that cracking video from West Virginia paranormal, the one that fell through the trees. The one that I didn't think we'd get too much out of was the last one. That was interesting. Strange how a show will take on a life of its own. Strange how a show will take a life of its own. Saturday night. Here's a little commentary about Saturday night. Saturday night, I didn't even think it would go the way it did. The show that I presented tonight was the show I was going to present last Saturday night. But hopefully Saturday night I will have Beth and Kurt on. Saturday night and we'll get some interesting stuff from North Carolina. You know, Beth, the one with the Bigfoot Dogman recording, wherever that was, I've played a few times. The origin of that audio will be from Beth, Monkey Vines and Spirits. Hopefully we'll get all that stuff straightened out and get the origin story. I believe that's what we settled on. Beth was going to focus on, so how all this started. So now, if you've never heard me before, if you just jumped in and said, hey, well, who the heck is this? Well, I start and stop every show with a prayer. But let me go ahead. If you want to, just to fill y'all in, I'm part of the Dark Waters family. I am darkwaters.com. Go over there and check out what Dark Waters DW's got going on over there. Everything that you've seen him post over here is just scratching the surface of what he's got over at iamdarkwaters.com. Go over and subscribe to Dark Waters Saturday nights. I go over to his channel and produce a show over there, similar to the same content I'm doing here. But let's see. And if you want to reach out to me, 931-994-6917, 931-994-6917, or Sean Graham at iamdarkwaters.com. But here goes the prayer, closing prayer for tonight. Lord Jesus Christ, in thy love and mercy, establish a perimeter of protection around myself and all those that participate in the show or will listen to the show, and all our loved ones, those who pray for us and their loved ones. May the holy angels guard us and all our possessions, establishing a perimeter of protection around us, rendering us immune from any kind of demonic influence. I ask that no demonic bondage, door, demonic entity, portal, astral projection, or disembodied spirit may enter the space of 100 yards in all directions of us. I ask that any demons within the vicinity or any that should try to enter here be deaf, dumb, and blind, that I would strip them of all weapons, armor, power, illusions, and authority. That I would bind them rebuke, and disable them from communicating or interacting with each other in any way. Remove them, sending them directly to the foot of thy cross, Jesus, Son of the Most High. Father God, please send your angels of mercy, healing, and support to Shell and Aiden, Laura and her family, Gracie, Julian, Jeff, Sharon, Guy, Patrick, Brenda, Julie S., Aaron and Erica, Lakea, AJK, Claire Ellis, Doll, Gil and Jayla and Breland, plus their mama Janice. Stimulate Jack and his children, Juanita Hicks, Lee, Amy, Beth, and Kurt and their father, Wes and his dad, T. Willis, Daryl Pratt, Jose Ramirez, Chase and Levi, Julie Wheeler, Marquia Jones and her family, Holly, Sharon Arms, and those that have unspoken prayers. Please, Father God, bless each and every one of them the only way that you know how. In Jesus Christ's name, I pray. In your holy name. Amen. There you go, folks. I appreciate each and every one of you. Like I said before, if you want to reach out to me, 931-994-6917 is probably the easiest way to just call me. Or send me an email at Sean Graham at iamdarkwaters.com, SHAWNGRAHAM at iamdarkwaters.com. Or you can text me at the same number, 931-994-6917. It's in the description over on my YouTube channel if you're over on the Paranormal Radio app. All those links and stuff, that particulars are there. Flat Rock, buddy, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Hadn't seen you in a hot minute. But there you go. It has been a blessing. I appreciate each and every one of you being in my life. Yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. God bless each and every one of you. So that's about it I've got for tonight. I'll see you Saturday night. We'll get this thing started back up Saturday night. I might be back on another show, or just say, hey, I need to do another show for whatever reason. I may pop on and do another show. Who knows? I keep teasing that. Hadn't done it in a while. I may do that. We'll see. Have a good night, folks. Keep it between the mayonnaise and mustard. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you guys later.